A beautiful woman sat on the old man's shoulders, but the old man couldn't see her. The woman was a succubus named Lian Nanjia. Lian Nanjia was a type of fairy who feeds on men's blood. She would bestow talent upon them, but in return, she would drain their blood. The old man was a writer. However, Lian Nanjia didn't give him talent, nor did she drink his blood. She simply stayed quietly by his side, spending most of her life with him. In fact, Lian Nanjia's presence could even be felt in the stories the old man wrote. Long, long ago, they had met in a rose garden. The writer fell deeply in love with Lian Nanjia at first sight, and he could never forget her. But after that day, he never saw her again. He turned this beautiful dream into a story, while Lian Nanjia firmly denied that she ever liked the writer. As a vampire, Lian Nanjia's way of showing love was only by consuming the other person, but she had never done that. She said it was because she didn't love the writer, she was just accustomed to being by his side. However, one night, Lian Nanjia urgently sought help from a magician. The writer hadn't woken up after sleeping the entire day. She feared that the writer had fallen ill and passed away. Elias immediately saw that the writer was about to die. He didn't understand why Lian Nanjia hadn't yet consumed him, but Lian Nanjia had never thought of harming the writer. That's why she had never made a deal with him. She preferred to stay invisible, never receiving a response from him, but still wanting to be with him forever. But for humans, as long as a vampire is near, their life signs gradually weaken. By staying with him, Lian Nanjia was actually consuming his life. After hearing this, Lian Nanjia regretted it deeply and cried in pain. But it was too late. The writer's life had already come to an end. Yet, the writer wasn't afraid of death. He felt there was nothing left to hold on to in life. His only wish was to see the fairy in the rose garden again. After his wife passed away, he had lived a miserable life until he met Lian Nanjia in the garden. He had always wanted to see her again. Annie decided to use her magic to help them. In the magical world, there was a forbidden item known as fairy ointment. If you apply this ointment to a human's eyelid, they can see fairies. Annie didn't sleep or rest, working for 5 days straight to create the ointment. Finally, she made it. She gave the ointment to Lian Nanjia. Lian Nanjia applied the ointment to the writer's eyelid, and finally, the writer could see her. Lian Nanjia was heartbroken. She admitted that she had fallen in love with the writer, but the writer was about to leave her forever. The writer, however, was happy. He was grateful for their encounter.
Thank you. You didn't have to love me. Lian Nanjia, I always knew you were real. Plus, I researched who you were. Take me, please. If this old man's life is what you need to be happy, then I give it to you freely.
But all I've ever done is taken from you, Joel. I've given nothing.
No, that's not true.
He said that Lian Nanjia had given him the hope to live on. After his wife's death, his life had come to a standstill. But the moment he met her, he had a reason to continue living, to see this beauty once more. Lian Nanjia covered her face and cried,
So please take me. My life is yours to do with as you wish.
unwilling to accept that her love had begun just to end so soon, but she didn't regret it. She wanted to guard the rose garden, waiting until the day she would meet the writer again.